If you are currently experiencing a behavioral issue of any kind, feel free to email me, as I do offer virtual coaching. And if you would like, you can go to my Facebook page and you can see all the reviews that I've had from previous clients. When Chance the Border Collie's owners first reached out to me for help, they described a situation in which they couldn't take Chance for walks because she was attacking everything in sight. They couldn't have people over because she was likely to attack the guest. And the straw that broke the camel's back was they took her to the vet and they said it looked like she was trying to kill the vet. So after a couple of initial sessions with her and her family, I ended up suggesting that it would be a good idea for me to take Chance home for a day and for her to spend time with me and my dog, Grey Goose. My name is Kevin. I've been working with dogs for 16 years. I currently help dog owners resolve behavioral issues that have developed in their dogs. I make the distinction on my channel that dog training is exclusively skill-based, while behavioral issues are largely socially related. So the focus of this channel is canine social dynamics and the relationship dynamic between dog and human. When I engage in resolving behavioral issues in dogs, I do not use treats, I do not use toys, I don't use play. My focus is on what's happening on a social level between dog and dog owner. What you will see over the course of this series is the process that I use in just the 7 hours that Chance spent with me and Grey Goose. And one of the most awesome outcomes of that process was the fact that her car anxiety, which was on clear display at the beginning of the day, was no longer present at the end of the day. So stick around to the end of this series to find out if when Chance went back to the vet's office, if her owner had reported that Chance appeared as if she wanted to kill the vet once again. Hey. Chance. No. No. She gets like this. Yeah, this isn't the right tool. So we have a Border Collie today. This is Chance. And Chance does not do well with strangers. And I've had a couple of sessions with Chance and she has made some improvement, but today we're gonna bring her back, spend the day with her, and we're going to have her meet Goose. We're gonna put Goose to work today. So now normally Chance apparently is very anxious in the car, and she usually drools a lot, which is why we have the towels. However, she's doing pretty good here. I did have a dog once named Taco, and it was funny. He was very anxious in the car, and he drooled so much that he left a puddle of drool in my front seat. But by the end of the day, when I took him home, he was completely calm in the car. So I was hoping I'd get her kind of drool. Oh, you know what? She is drooling a little bit. There's a little moisture on the door there. Okay, yep, there it goes. So my goal for the end of the day, and I'll probably take her for another ride midday, is to eliminate this car anxiousness, the drooling, and see if we can get her calm in all contexts. Now, Chase is one of those dogs that she acts very defensively in the presence of strangers. You know, she'll bark, she'll lunge. She's never bitten, but she behaves as if she would. And I think in the right context, she would bite, but that is her last resort. She really doesn't want to do that. And a lot of this stems from insecurity with a dog like this. So we're gonna see how she does today. All right, come on, girl. Come on. Yeah. Okay. All right. Nope. Just like I thought. Here, just stay standing. Just let her come smell you. Right here, kneel down. Don't look her in the eye, though. No, okay. I'm not gonna make her. But she's not freaking out and barking and lunging at you. But you see how that little movement startled her a little bit. All right, that's all I wanted to see. Thank you. All right, let's go. Let's go meet Goose. All right. You gotta pee. Okay. All right, Chance. Let's see how Goose greets you. She may give you a warmer greeting than she usually does, but we shall see. Hey, girl. Let's see what she does here. Goose will tell us a lot about Chance. Hey. No. Come here. Yeah, she was about to pee. And it may have been a stress pee. It's possible, but it doesn't matter. She needs to know that it's not acceptable. Can't pee in the house. You gotta pee out here, Chance. But you see her body language, she's really uncomfortable. Okay, let's try that again, girl. Come on, let's try that again. I don't want you peeing in the house though, okay? Try that again. Okay. Come here, Chance. Come here. Excellent. I don't want you going in there. Okay. What do you think, girl? What you think? What you think? Come here. Come here, Chance. Come here, girl. Very good. Very good. Where'd you pee? Okay, right there. I'll remember that. See the avoidance. Which is fine. Goose is actually giving her about the greeting I thought she'd give her. It's the dogs that come in with that challenging demeanor or that kind of that little chip on their shoulder where she corrects them or disciplines them right away as soon as they walk in the door. But I figured with an insecure dog like Chance, she would have a different reaction. And she is. Yes, very good job. So we're just gonna let Chance get a lay of the land here. What you think, girl? I know. You're gonna help me out today. You're gonna help me out today. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Okay, you hear Chance growling? Now, listen, not all growling is the same. So Chance growling in that context is saying, I'm very uncomfortable. Because you see, Chance is not challenging Goose, right? So that growl means something different in this context with this particular type of dog. Now you see, Goose respected it. Goose is like, all right, cool. Right? There's this narrative I hear where people assume all growling means the same thing. No, depends on the context, depends on the dog. You know, a dog growling at you over a bowl of food is not the same kind of growl where what Chance just did. Two totally different things. Do you see how careful Goose is being? Goose, she gets it. Goose knows. That's why Goose isn't making any sudden moves. Right, Chance? Goose ain't making any sudden moves. She's not disrespectfully invading your space. But I would also expect Goose to. You know, Goose has very good social skills. It doesn't surprise me at all. Now, the first thing I want to do with them is we're going to go for a walk. So, well, I'm going to clean up the pee real quick. And then we're going to go for a walk. Okay, girlfriend? Nice job. So we're going to spend a little time at the park here. I can see if I can get a chance to just open up a little bit. You know, give her a little time. Get acquainted with Goose in a neutral setting, and we're going to see if we can get a little bit of play going. When you have an insecure dog, right, everything else still applies in terms of we still need to take an authoritative approach. We still need to make sure power dynamics are aligned. There are still rules and boundaries we have to enforce, and usually the insecurity is due to a lack of those things. But we also need to build confidence and self-esteem within the dog. And contexts like this are a great way to do that. Especially when I have a dog like Goose. Goose is she's gonna speed run this process. Now, that's a private moment, right? We'll give her that. I'll go pick that up in a second. I can edit that out. But we're going to see how Chance does, you know, especially when I got to get her back on the leash. Is she going to avoid? Is she going to run? Likely. But we're going to make it so that she doesn't feel the need to. Oh, Goose, now you're going. Right? You see her, you see body language, she's already starting to open up here. Tail's coming out before it was completely tucked. Looks like a much more comfortable dog now. You see she doesn't want to, right? Good girl. She didn't want to challenge Goose over the ball. Which is fine. I don't expect her to challenge Goose over anything. Right, Goose? Right? What you think, girl? That looks like a much more comfortable dog. Hey, go get it. No? Not interested, huh? Interesting. Interesting. You just want to take it all in, huh? That's fine. You can just take it all in. Yeah. This is about what I did with Taco, though. Taco had the same issue where I have footage of him. There were certain things I wish I had recorded. But Taco was one of those where, you know, he was living with some elderly people, and Taco would run and nip the guests when they walked in, and it was stressing Taco out. But when I took him back to my place, I got a completely different dog. He was showing insecurity, but there was nothing, he wasn't taking that leadership role, so he wasn't attacking anybody. And he was attacking every stranger that walked into their little apartment. So I'm already seeing the same change with Chance. Like she didn't show that side of herself to my brother. You know, and this is why I do stuff like this. This is why I remove the dog from their home environments, because I want to see stuff like this. I want to see, what is the dog really, you know, I want to get the real dog. Yeah, great job. Great job, girlfriend. Yeah, great job, girlfriend. Yeah. I want to see what's the real dog like, and then I want to work from there. Because what you have is a dog that will typically take, you know, if there are certain things missing from the relationship dynamic between her and her owners, then you have a dog, and I've said this, you know, in some cases aggressive behavior can simply be because you have an insecure dog who's taking the leadership role, the more dominant position, and that dog is not naturally cut out for that position, so it stresses them out. It puts a stress load on the dog, and it creates a very stressed, anxious, insecure dog, because now the dog believes I have to manage everything, which is what leads to her lunging at strangers and barking at strangers. But she really doesn't want to play that role. She doesn't want to be in that position. So when you remove her from, say, her hierarchy, her home hierarchy, and you establish a new one, which is right now is me and Goose, she'll, over the course of the day, we're going to get her settled into her more natural role, which is to be a follower. You know, Goose is a more dominant dog. Goose plays a more authoritative role too, but she's the first dog in the house. She's number one in terms of the dogs, but she's number two in the hierarchy, right? I'm number one. So we're going to reestablish the order for Chance. And that will help her feel more secure, because now she knows her place. She's not having to control or manage things that she really doesn't want to control or manage, and she could just settle down and be a dog and follow the group. Now here's what I want to see. Will Chance try to evade if I put the leash on her? Yep. And you see her body language starting to change already. See if I get her. Yep, there we go. Get her to come to me. Excellent. Great job, Chance. Yes, yes. Very good. Very good. Oh, look at that. Very good. You see, Chance doesn't want to challenge Goose. She doesn't want to challenge me either. But she's letting me get this back on. See, this would be a context where, say, if she were at home, she would be barking at me aggressively. She would be backing up. She'd be lunging at me. In fact, she was lunging at me when I went to pick her up. I had told her owners to meet me in the front, put her on the leash and gentle lead her, and I'll just take her. And she was lunging at me. But you see how quickly things can change, right? Excellent. And now you see we go right back to her. She's closing up again, but that's okay. It's great information to have. See what I'm trying to get her to do on the leash? Just want to get her into more of a follower mentality, right? You see, she kind of wants to put some space between me and her, which is fine. She was doing a lot of pulling, but we're just gonna make some circles, get her paying attention to me. Okay, very good. Yep. She was avoiding Goose too. Now she's letting Goose get a little closer. You heard her growl in the apartment. She's becoming a little bit more accepting to Goose. So yeah, I just want her to be paying attention to me here. Very good. Very good. There you go. That's very good. Come on, Chance. Nice job. Right. This is why I call her a hippo. Yeah, you want to chase her down? You want to chase her down? There are little moments that will present themselves with dogs like these. You just got to capitalize on them. Where she wanted to run towards Goose, I'm going to run with her. I'm going to capitalize on that. Because a dog who wants to avoid things, she's now running to, the thing that was making her uncomfortable just 20 minutes ago. I'm gonna let her do that. Right? These are the nuanced aspects of this sort of thing that people argue in the comments about, well, you promote dominance and blah blah blah, and this you're doing this way and the dog's stressed. And listen, you got to understand, there's a lot of little details, a lot of little moving pieces. There's a lot of little aspects to this that you're just not seeing. I've been doing this a long time. I've worked with a lot of dogs like Chance. So it's just kind of instinctual for me. Like, I don't know, it's just built into me, right? These are the things that you can't really teach. You can't teach these things. That's a good girl, yes. Okay. You can't teach these things. See, she's watching Goose now. Yeah? Wanna go up there? Excellent, excellent. Good girl, Chance. Okay, let's go. Yes, good girl. Switching the speed. Okay, now see, she's going out a little too far. I'm gonna switch sides. Get her to follow me. There you go. Okay. Let me just work her through it, Work her through it. That's much better. Much better, Chance. Much better. And listen, not to get snarky, there are people that come into the comments and are very respectful about their disagreements. I don't have an issue with those people. They see things different. I disagree with them, and I think they're wrong. And I can demonstrate that they're wrong. But then you have other people who insist you're wrong, call you names. But it's funny, when you invite them to debate, they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. But you're also talking about people that don't show their work either. Like everybody with a dog and a keyboard who's seen a couple of YouTube videos thinks they're an expert now just because, they got their dog to a good place. Well, it's great, but how often can you replicate that from dog to dog to dog to dog, from owner to owner to owner, with different issues, different temperaments, different personalities? That's the real test right there. And that's where experience is invaluable. Because then you just know how to navigate these things. You know what to look for in the dog. You know how to read the dog. You know how to get the dog to the other side. Oh, every time we come through here, there's some geese. And they're like, get the fuck out of here. Let's go to the lake. Yeah. Yeah, Goose, you're not quite part of that club. Excellent, Chance. Very good. Very good. See, she knows they're over there. She ain't chasing after them. Neither one of them are. Love it. Now we're going to approach the stranger again. Or, again, we're going to approach another stranger, because my brother was a stranger. Let's see what she does. So like I said, normally what she'll do, she'll lunge, she'll bark. And I mean, when she lunges, she means serious business. She's very hard to control. But with the gentle leader makes it so much easier to control them. Previous attempts, I was just using a collar. Excellent. Excellent. Very good. Okay. Yes, very good. Very good. Now is she pulling a little bit? Yeah. She didn't bark or lunge. And then you see Goose over there. She won't bother you. new people, Goose likes to keep her distance of. Which my other girls like that, Kaylee. I actually very much prefer a dog being avoidant of new people. It's a good way for them to avoid being kidnapped. So I got no issue with Goose avoiding strangers. But Chance did very, very good there. Now, I wish I had recorded it, but Chance was just, she tried to jump on me. She was kind of nudging my hand for affection, right? Those are the things you don't want to give into with a dog like this, right? We need to let her know that she can't make a demand and get what she wants. Now, she wasn't really pushy about it because I just gently pushed her down and she respected it. But it's those little things that you do that lead the dog to believe that it controls you or that it has more control than it should, right? You have to be careful with that sort of thing because everything comes down to the perception the dog has of you and where the dog believes it sits within the hierarchy. Okay, those little things make a big difference. Now, one thing I'll do with a dog like her, because I want her to go and get some water, right? But she's a bit hesitant to pass Goose up for the water bowl. So what we'll do, we'll just lead her over there. Yeah, I know. You see how? Okay, come on. Let's go get some water. Right. Come here, girl. Come on. Yes, come on. That's a good girl. Excellent. Come here. Right here. Come here. There you go. See, I don't want her to run away. Don't let her run away from her insecurities. What makes her scared? Chance, come here. You want some water? Hey. Here you go, girl. You want some water? Maybe not. Here. I'll hold you in place, but I'll hold it up to you. Chance. Hey. No? You want some water? No? Okay. I guess you don't want any. Alright, I'm going to keep the leash on her, though. Because I don't want her to... See how she wants to run to the door? No. Can't let her do that. Right? So she's going to hang out. Yeah, we're just going to hang out. Okay? I'm not going to let her run away, though. Right? I'm not going to let you run away. So I'm making her be part of the group. If we just let a dog run, right? Every time they want to avoid something that makes them a little uncomfortable, you're never going to get over the insecurity. You're never going to build self-esteem or confidence in the dog. Right? So you have to push them through these things. Because you have to understand where the insecurity came from to begin with. Now Goose is telling her. Yeah, see, now Goose is telling her back off. Chance, listen. You heard her growling. But don't worry, Chance, I got stuff for you to chew on, girlfriend.